Hello guys, and welcome to a start of a new reading vlog I'm doing. I decided that I want to do a reading vlog because I really want to read a couple books because I have something I want to do. So I am currently reading 3 books right now. I'm reading Furyborn, which I have been working on reading today already. I took the cover off. I'm reading Furyborn, and I'm still reading The Hero of Ages, the 3rd book in the Mistborn trilogy. So those are 2 books I'm reading at once, and I want to get through them. I am 200 pages, 198 pages into Furyborn, and like 230 pages into Mistborn. I want to finish those because today I found out that there is a read-a-thon going on this month. Mind you, it's already the 17th, and it's a month-long read-a-thon. So I have some ideas. But it is called, it's a Harry Potter read-a-thon. And it's about their big test they have to take their 4th year. I can't remember what it's called. I wrote it down though, actually. Also, today I organized my notebook I use for this channel. I have like just different tabs. I have my top 5 ideas section where I wrote down like a bunch of top 5 like Wednesday things I could do. I have video ideas, a tag I need to do, a tag for this summer that I have in here, and then it's called the OWI Read-a-thon. So let's just flip to that tag. I'm excited to talk about this. So basically what it is it's a read-a-thon, and it's based on the 12 classes that are offered at Hogwarts, and there is a category for each class of like a book type that you should read. Also, there are careers you can go into. So there's a list of a bunch of careers. It's beautifully done. I'd really recommend checking this out. And the careers have different requirements of different classes that you need to do well on the test for to get into. And there's a lot, and there's so many different like requirements, because not only is there this read-a-thon which takes place in April, there's another one that takes place in August, and it's the Newt Scamander read-a-thon. It's not Newt Scamander, but it's the Newt read-a-thon, and it's about the other tests they have to take that are like incredibly hard. The name stands for like incredibly hard or something, like really difficult stuff, and that takes it to the next level, where if you do go with a career and try to accomplish a career, there's different levels you get on your test. So you get an A, E, and an O. So an A is an acceptable, an E is an excellent, and an O is outstanding. And so different careers have different requirements for like that separate read-a-thon of what you need to read. So I'm going to give you an example, because I picked a job. I picked librarian because, of course, it sounds really cool. Actually, I want to read it to you guys, so I'll pull it up on my computer in a second. But it just sounds really cool. And for librarian, the classes that I have to read, I have, and the requirements. First, I should tell you probably the 12 Hogwarts classes that the OWL readathon has and the requirements for each. Let's get to that first. I'm just excited, sorry. We have Ancient Runes, which is you have to read a retelling. Arithmancy, which is you have to read a book by more than one author. Astronomy, you have to read a book with star in the title. Care of Magical Creatures, a land animal on the cover. Charms, an adult book because of your age line. Defense Against the Dark Arts, you have to have a book that starts with an R because of the spell reducto. Divination, set in the future. Herbology, a plant on the cover. History of Magic, has to have been published 10 years ago. Muggle Studies, a contemporary novel. Potions, a sequel because you're adding the next ingredient. Transfiguration, have to have sprayed edges or red on the cover. So like those are like the requirements of the normal readathon. And then librarian, if I want to get that job, I have to do the Ancient Runes, Arithmancy, the Defense Against the Dark Arts, History of Magic, and Transfiguration things. That's what I would have to do, is I'd have to read specifically those, and then if I wanted to read more and try to complete all of them, I could as well. There's different careers, and each career has like different requirements and different amounts too, so there's easier and harder. which is what I think is cool. And then there's also the second part of the readathon, the August one, the challenging test. And it, with my job librarian, I have to get an outstanding in ancient runes, which means there's a whole different set of books that I have to read during that month just for that class. I have to read a book set in the past for an A. For an E, I have to read one of the most ancient books on my TBR, and to get the O I need, I have to read another book that's translated from another language. So that's 3 books I need just to complete that aspect of my career. And then I have to get an E in Defense Against the Dark Arts, which I need to read the last book in a series, and then a foiled book. I don't really know what that means, by the way. And then I also have to get an E in History of Magic, so I'd have to read it would fit in a Hogwarts library, and it was published 5 years ago. So like for the next readathon, like month-long project, I would have to read already 3, 4, 5, 7 books that month, and they all have different requirements. So I think that's really cool. And librarian's not even, like, it's like a middle level one, I would say, because it does have 5 different classes I have to beat. But personally, I would want to first read like my job ones and then try and get as many of the other studyings as I can so I can pass the whole exam. It's just a really cool concept, and of course, like, the actual YouTuber who does this will have a better explanation, and I will try and link a link to the her Google Docs that have all the information on it and her channel. But it did start at the beginning of April, and it's April 17th. So I decided that I want to do it. But first, I want to read all of my books that I'm currently reading and finish them so I can go into the challenge and just read the books involved in it. So that's what I want to do this weekend, is I want to try and finish all the books I can. By the way, it's Wednesday, it's not the weekend. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. I just don't have school or anything today. But I do have a migraine. It's really great right now. And a lot of pain. I did read 80 pages already today, which is a lot, but I don't know how well reading will go for the rest of the day because I'm in so much pain. Like, I can listen to audiobooks and stuff, but that doesn't help me because I want to get my physical books done. So it's just kind of, like, unfortunate. Also, the third book I'm reading, because I'm reading 3 books, it's a lot easier. I could easily finish that. But it's a history book, so it's just something I read whenever I want to. And it's called Shot, Poisoned, and Stabbed: Assassination Through the Ages. And it's so interesting. It's just about, like, different people that were assassinated throughout time and the impacts of their assassination, and, like, how the assassination attempt actually worked, because a lot of the times it shouldn't have worked. And it's just kind of crazy, and I really like it. But I got 14 books yesterday in a book haul. I went on Book Outlet, and I ended up with 14 books, but it was only $40, which is why we use Book Outlet. Because at least 5 of these books were only $1.29, and that's all that matters. The most expensive book I paid for is my favorite book of all time, and it was $4.39 for a hardcover. And that's Furthermore by Tahara Mafi. This is my favorite book of all time, and I now own it, and it's beautiful, and I feel like it needs to be displayed, and I love it. But I am going to be filming a book haul. I was going to do that today. I think I can do it. I think I don't feel like I'm dying. So we're going to see. We'll have to see. But I thought it'd be fun to try and, like, think of some books that I could read with you guys, following the different categories. So first we have Ancient Runes, which is a retelling. I'm gonna have to think about that, because retellings aren't my favorite. And I really don't know what counts as a retelling a lot of the time. Let's just look what we have. Alright, let's just move things. Moving things. Okay. Yeah, come with me over here. We're gonna look at my bookshelf. This is my I really want to read all these books this year shelf. You can barely see it. But, so I want to look here first. And I already have an idea. Now I Rise is the second book, which is To And I Darken, which is a retelling of Vlad the Impaler. So technically, that would count as a retelling. And I honestly think it's probably one of the only retellings I have. So that would work brilliantly. So I could do Now I Rise for that. And next I have to do Arithmancy, which has more than one author, which also, conveniently, would be Gemina, the Luminae Files, the second book, because I do really, 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 really want to read that. So that's those two already, and those are books that I really need to read and are really high on my TBR shelf. Although I don't even know how I feel about picking up Now I Rise, I just haven't been in the mood. I don't want to ever, like, force myself to read books that I'm not in the mood for either, so we'll have to see how that goes. Should I show myself more, or no? Do you just want to see what I'm pointing at? Then we have Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is, it has to start with an R. Well, that's convenient. Red Rising. Wow, this is a lot easier than I thought. Alright. I swear, that might be one of the only books on my bookshelf that starts with an R anyways. So, like, that's really convenient. I literally don't see anything else that starts with an R. Off to a good start. Next we have History of Magic, which has to take place 10 years ago. And I already know what I want to do for this. I'm going to get some hate for this, especially since this challenge is a Harry Potter themed challenge. I have only ever read the first Harry Potter book, and I don't remember it, and I've never read all of them. I happen to know that Harry Potter, the first book, came out more than 10 years ago. Correct? Yes, correct. So, I could read that. And I can finally start reading the Harry Potter series. So, that's over here. You can't see it, but it's right here. That'd be that one, which would make sense for this readathon anyways. And then we have Transfiguration, which is sprayed edges or a red cover. See, I don't think I have any sprayed edges books at all, because I've read Six of Crows. So, I would have to do red edges, a book with red on the cover. And for that, I'd probably either do Children of Blood and Bone or Shadow of the Fox, because those are books that are on my, like, this is like my I want to read really soon shelf. Like, not shelf, but like stack of books. And if I did this challenge, I would literally do 1, 2, 3 of on my direct need to read next, my next direct book, and then Harry Potter. And that's just going really well. I wonder if I look at the other ones, what we have. So Astronomy, my dog. Alright, we're back from that brief intermission of me yelling at my dog to shut up. But I also look to see if I have a book with star in the title, and I don't. So for that challenge, I would either have to stretch it to be a book about the sky, which for some reason I have a lot of those. Or I would have to get a book like The Sun is Also a Star, and like something like that, because those books have star in the title, but I don't have any that have star in the title. Then we have Care of Magical Creatures. So I need a land animal on the cover. Shadow of the Fox has a fox on it, so that would work. I could read Sawkill Girls because they have moths on it. That's a land animal, and I really, 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 really want to read that book. So that works for me. We have an adult book. Let me think about this. So, Outlander, but that one would take me years to read. Gotta say, I'm not ready for that right now. I read the first chapter. An adult book. I know I have them. I just gotta think of, like... Well, I have a couple. Really big fantasy, though. So that's not particularly a fun time. Like, I mean big books. I have some romance novels, actually. I could read, like, a classic. Like, I could read Memoirs of a Geisha, which is a book that I've always wanted to read. And something like that. And actually, I have a lot. Never mind. I have a lot of my, historical fiction set in, like, the Tudor courts and things like that. I have so many books of those, so I could read so many, or I could just read, like, a nice trashy romance novel that I do want to pick up at some point, and I would fly through that, so I could do something like that. We have, what's the next one? Set in the Future for Divination. I could read Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. What else is, like, set in Elantris by Brandon Sanderson? Wow, I'm seeing a theme. I already have Gemini, so it would probably be one of those books. Yeah. I don't have too many sci-fi books that I own. I mostly listen to them on audiobook for some reason. Actually, I think I have someone way up there. No, I don't. I might have a couple way up there, but I would probably read like Skyward or something like that, because I am trying to read all of Brandon Sanderson's books. Then we have A Plant on the cover for herbology. I would read Heart of Thorns, because that's also a book I really want to read, and it has a thorny vine on the cover, so we get in there. Then there's Muggle Studies, which is a contemporary. I have so many contemporaries I could read. I have like half of a shelf for contemporary. I'd probably read Far from the Tree, or something like The Unexpected Everything. I have to pick the biggest books for some reason, but they're the ones that intrigue me the most, which is irritating. And then the last one we have is a sequel. So I have so many options. Does it have to be specifically the second book? I think so. So for that, I could read A Poison, Dark, and Drowning, which is book 2 of the Kingdom of Fire series, which I really want to get to at some point. It's on my big shelf. I also have Traded to the Throne, which is the second book to the Rebel of the Sands novel, which was one of my favorite books as well. So we have actually quite a few options on here that I didn't know about. So we got some. But yeah, that would be like really fun to do, and I kind of want to do it next month, so I would start it in May, which could be cool, but also stressful, because I am finishing college next month, one of my first year, so I'm gonna have a lot of exams, and then I start working full-time, so I don't know how well reading will go then, but we're just gonna first focus on finishing up all of my books that I have to read, and then we're gonna maybe start this in the middle of this month too. Well, I don't know. I'm not really following the rules of the month because I didn't find out about it till real late, but I'm really intrigued in it. You guys should tell me in the comments if any of you are doing this reading challenge, or if you haven't heard of it, or if you have heard of it. I want to know how many people know about this. I don't know. I haven't heard about it before today. So I don't know how many people actually know about this reading challenge, but I thought it was so interesting because the person who created it put so much effort into it. Like, if you look in the links down below at the different careers she literally spent so much time, like, describing what the career was, making, not even just, like, she made beautiful artwork, like, it looks like real paper that you'd get from Hogwarts. It's really freaking cool. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. But for right now, I'm gonna nurse my headache. I'm gonna see what I feel like I can do with that. Because I feel fully functioning, except for the extreme pain that makes it hard to see. So I don't know if I can read. But I'll keep you updated on that endeavor. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Well, vlog. Welcome back to my vlog. So today is Saturday. I didn't vlog Thursday because Thursdays I have class and then work, so I don't really get to read. And then yesterday what did I do yesterday? I hung out with my best friend for a long time, but I did read about 80 pages, so I'm on like 278 now. But I just made it to my grandma's for Easter, and I am about to pick up my book and continue on and see how far I can get. I do have to write a couple essays this weekend, but I am hoping to finish Furyborn. But I thought I'd just show you where I'm going to be doing my reading. My grandma lives on a lake, so right now we got these cute puppies hanging out with me and a really nice lake for a view that is literally like 5 feet deeper than it normally is, and the beach is gone because of the amount of rain we've gotten, but like it's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna pick up Furyborn. I have to say, I don't like one of the main characters. She reminds me of Selena from Throne of Glass, but I don't like her. She's like too cocky, to the point where like it's almost not fun to read her because she's so sure of herself, and she loves messing with other people because she's so good at it, because she knows how to like hide emotions and express emotions and trick people, and she's killed so many people and she's unbeatable. And like, I never thought that was a problem with Throne of Glass. I actually loved it and I thought it was done really well. I did read it when I was a little bit younger, but I do not like her. at all. Which one is she? It's Elaine. It's not Riel. I like Riel, but it's Elena. I don't like her, and it's kind of ruining the book for me. Like, I actually don't want to pick up the book because I don't like Elaine. So I don't know if that's like a really bad thing or anything like that. It is, because it's making me hard. Like, the story is so good, and I do keep reading it when I start because every chapter basically leaves off on a cliffhanger. And I like a lot of Elaine's story. Like, it's cool. I just don't like her. Yeah, I honestly don't think that the whole world and everything is very cool, and the lore and everything I love. I just don't like the characters. I really don't like any of the characters in this novel, which is a lot. But I'm just gonna read a little bit. see how that goes. Hey vlog, I thought I would come in for a nice update for you guys. I just filmed my May TBR, so we got those goodies up here, and I gotta put them all back. But I'm pretty excited for what I've been doing. I ended up finishing Furyborn, which I liked so much better near the end. I did not like the characters at first. Well, one of the characters. I hated, not Riel, I hated the other character for the first half of the book, and then she kind of stopped trying to be insufferable and annoying and selfish and rude, but really I'm so kind-hearted, and she just kind of stopped with that act, and I liked her a lot more. And I really love the book specifically because the world and the magic system is so amazing and original, and though I didn't have the greatest love for the characters, I definitely think that the world and like the plot overshadowed that dislike. And some of the characters were really good. They actually ended up ruining one of my favorite characters at the end. Which was a lot. I was like, oh, now he's gonna act like this. Alright, that doesn't really make sense with how his character's been the whole time for him to also act like this, but like, we'll let it slide, I guess. Like, he's kind of crazy and a little boy, but he's also this cool dude. So like, that's fine. I'll just let that one slide. But I really loved Riel, actually. I do think she's like not the best character, but she was, like, of all time, I mean, but I do think she was at least a decent character. And she had a realistic personality, even if it's not one that like you love. I did like her a lot better than some of the other characters. I'm thinking about filming an actual review for that book, so we'll have to see if I end up doing that. I think I want to. I might start planning out what I want to say for that. But I finished that, and instead of finishing Hero of Ages, which was kind of the point of this vlog, I didn't do that because I haven't been in the mood for it. Instead, I picked up Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand, which I'm loving. First 150 pages, I was like, okay, this is good, but like, not like amazing. And then after that, I couldn't put it down. I couldn't stop. Last night I read in the bath, and I was at like, what? I was on page like 135. And then I couldn't put it down, and now I'm on like 3 something. I really want to know where I am in this book, though. Like, I should find my page. Okay. Yeah. I'm on 318. So I read almost 200 pages because it was so good, and I'm hoping to finish it tonight. I'm going to finish it tonight. I also have to finish up my 6-page essay for my anthropology class, which is so much fun. I am 4 pages in, 4.5 pages, so I just have to finish the last page and a half, which won't be bad, and then I should edit it. And then tomorrow I have to write another 6-page paper at least for my other anthropology class, so that's going to be fun. But what I'm planning to do for tonight is I want to finish Sawkill Girls and my essay. That's just like the plan. And tomorrow I have to write my other essay, But I also want to finish the audiobook I'm listening to, which is The Caged Queen, because it's the end of the month and I just want to finish up all the books I'm reading, and I only have 3 hours left of that audiobook, so I can get that done real fast. Actually, I technically have less because I listen at, no, I listen at 2-speed. So no, yeah, I have 3 hours left of that audiobook, which I don't think I'll be doing that tomorrow. I think I'll be doing it, Tuesday, because I have to drive to school Tuesday morning, which is an hour, and then I have an hour drive home, and I also work, so I listen to audiobooks, so I'll finish it Tuesday. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow. If I do, that'd be nice, so then I could film my wrap-up video tomorrow, but I think I'll just end up filming that on Wednesday. So yeah, actually tomorrow's not a focus on our audiobook. We'll have to figure out what we end up doing tomorrow. I'll pick up a new book maybe. Maybe I'll finish Hero of Ages. I'm not sure. I actually want to find where I am in this book, because I straight up just don't remember. I know I'm in the 200s, but like I should like have that written down so I know where I am. Oh, I think I'm literally right here. My body just knows where I am. Yeah, so I'm on 234. Which means, you know, I have so much more. Like, it's a good book, but my god, it's 750 pages exactly. Oh, sorry, 748 exactly. So it's gonna take me a long time. I'm thinking this is a book that I'm just gonna like take my time with. Maybe tomorrow my goal will be to read like to page 3 to 100 pages. That could be what I do tomorrow. I don't know specifically how that day will go, and then I'll get to pick up one of my books that I'm hoping to read in the month of May, which I'm excited about. I'm excited for reading. But actually, I think I'm going to wrap up this reading vlog here. Oh, I should update you guys. So I decided for the Owl Read-a-thon that I'm going to wait till August when they have the Newt part of that, because I did miss the month for it. But I think it would be really fun to do, and instead for the Newt one, what I'll do is I'll just focus on becoming a librarian and reading all the books I need for my career, and then hopefully like next year I'll actually be able to participate in it. I just don't know when I'll have time to like really dedicate myself to that, and since I'm in such a really good reading place right now, I don't want to force myself to be picking up books that I'm not completely interested in, because don't want to lose like my reading push that I have going on. But I do really want to do it, and it kind of sucks that I missed it, because I would have done it if I had realized it was a thing, but I didn't realize till halfway through the month. But like next year I'll be ready, because it's in April, and hopefully I'll remember that. But I am working on doing a lot more planning for everything with my books. Like, I'm gonna start writing down the books that I'm reading and when I finish them, so that I don't always feel like I'm forgetting books, because I always feel like I'm forgetting books when I update like my Goodreads book count. I'm always like, I feel like I've read more books than that, but I can't remember them, so I'm gonna get better at that. Just keeping up with the books I'm reading. I want to start planning out more videos. I have been filming a lot of videos, I just can't really upload them right now because I don't have my computer, so I have some stuff to figure out with like how I want to get videos up and stuff. But I'm really excited for the summer and where I want to take my channel. The one thing I want to improve on is my thumbnails, because the quality of my camera sucks, and thumbnails are actually really important because they're kind of what people who aren't your subscribers look at and decide to click on your video for. So I want to start taking better thumbnails. I just have to figure out how to do that, since my phone camera quality is horrible. So that's going to take a lot more thought. But alright, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave me a like. I might do a reading vlog tomorrow, honestly, depending on how things go. Just like kind of a follow me around for a day, and I'll like take you guys on a walk out here because it's so beautiful, and I'll try and read a little bit, but I also have my big essay to work on. But I love you all so very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like down below. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye-bye!